Hey friends, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about the Compass 90mm Wilkesboro UFS frames. So it's been really cold, really snowy, haven't really been able to get outside and skate, been hitting the indoor parks for a little bit, and I was just kind of bored and wanted to make a video on these frames because I really haven't seen a whole lot about them. So these are Compass frames. If you're not familiar with Compass, it is a subsidy of Balanced Distribution, which is like 50/50 standard chroma. They do skates, wheels, frames, and these are the 90mm. So this is a new frame. It was announced, I want to say, at Winter Clash 2024. It came out late summer 2024, and I picked these up over Christmas, and I had a gift card, took advantage of a sale that one of the skate shops was having, and so this whole setup, I want to say, runs right around $200, and that's with 90mm wheels, Swiss bearings, the Compass Swiss bearings, and the frames. And I ended up paying $65 just with the discount gift card I got. So hell of a steal. And the wheels, they're the Compass Marsville 90mm 85A, so they've got a nice softness to them. I haven't ridden them yet, but I've ridden the Matt Lyons, which were a very similar wheel, and it was a great experience. So as you can see, I opted for the red frame just because it was super bright, vibrant. I'm not usually a red fan, but this one really appealed to me. And one thing to note is the frames are made out of the same material as the 50/50 Balance 2 frames, or the Prime frame walls that you can buy. And overall it's a very solid frame. I don't think I mentioned it yet, but the reason I bought these frames is because I'm actually going to the 20th year anniversary of Winter Clash out in Eindhoven, Netherlands, and I wanted to be able to take one pair of skates that is aggressive, so I can do some aggressive skating, but also wanted to have a frame that I could swap out, get some big wheel skating in too, without having to lug around two pairs of skates. So because I had a gift card, because these were on sale, I felt like that was a really good time to take advantage of buying these and just seeing what they're all about, and seeing if they will kind of work for a travel frame whenever I'm traveling and take my skates with me. So Compass makes frames for three different wheel sizes. They have a 72, 80mm, and then the 90. The 72 and 80 are basically a fixed axle, so it's not rockerable. And one thing that makes these special is the spacers in them, or not the spacers, maybe it is a spacer, I'm drawing a blank on the name of them, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is diamond shaped, and you can see that the hole is offset to one side. And so what that means is that they're four-way rockerable. So if you have all the axles in the up direction, that means it is going to be a flat setup. If you take the two middle wheels, push this wheel out this direction, take this wheel, push it out this direction, that will give you a 1mm rocker, which means the two middle wheels drop down 1mm, and so you get a little bit of a rocker there. If you take the two middle wheels and rotate the spacer so it's pointed down, then that gives you a 2mm rocker, and this is based on information that I could find about the frame. So that gives you a 2mm rocker, which is pretty aggressive. Since I'm going to be in Amsterdam and Eindhoven, it's a lot of pavers and rough concrete, so I'm probably going to try and ride these in a very flat setup, just because I don't want to slip out if it's wet or due to irregular surfaces. But I think that is a really unique feature with these frames. The axles that come with this, they're pretty standard axles. They have the Compass logo on it, and then it has the double Allen key to be able to loosen tighten it. Not my favorite axles. I usually like one-sided axles, but I mean, I get it. There's, an economical frame, and if you buy just the frame itself, it ends up being like $80. So really the intent of this frame is kind of a segue into trying out bigger wheels. And usually with most aggressive frames, like or aggressive skates, if you're riding anything but a carbon boot, you want to try and stay under 90 millimeters, because what happens is the skate gets too flexy as you go to 100 and 110 millimeter, and then it starts putting really weird pressure points and rubbing points on your feet, and it just doesn't feel that great of a ride. So for most aggressive skates, 90 millimeters is kind of as big as you want to go. But just sharing some insight there based on my experience. Let's take a look at these wheels and bearings. So yeah, these are the Compass Swiss. They have a nice yellow kind of face covering on it. And then these are the Morrisville wheels. Like I said earlier, 90 millimeter 85A, so they're going to be super soft, super grippy. Bullet profile, pretty typical as you get to a bigger wheel. And then it has a plastic hub, which should be fine for everything that I'm going to use these for. But overall, this was a really cheap and economical setup for me. Gives me a chance to try something new, and hopefully it checks all the boxes that I'm looking for it to do when I go to Amsterdam. So, hopefully the weather clears up and I'm able to take these out. If not, be looking for some content when I head to Europe. So, thanks all for checking in. We'll catch you next time. One thing I forgot to mention is if you've got any questions, comments, if you've ridden these, love to hear what you have to say. Just drop me a comment and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks all, and we'll catch you next time.